What's up, everybody? It's your boy. Yes, sir. It's your boy in his house. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but I am. It is more Vuvuzela victory action coming at you right now. We've got cup competition fever. That's right. FA Cup. Our last little bit of... I mean, the Premier League, we could still win it, but it's iffy. You know the situation. If you've been watching the previous episodes, you know exactly where the Premier League sits at the moment. FA Cup is our last real opportunity to get that trophy. Runners up in the Community Shield, runners up in the League Cup. We're taking on West Ham, who beat us in the League Cup, so we need to take them on in the FA Cup and hopefully book our ticket again to Wembley, because we're playing in Wembley. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment or two. Tell me what you think about the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge in general. Tell me everything you want to know. And yeah, let's run that intro. Welcome back, folks, for another episode of the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. We're in a bit of a whirlwind of emotions, as it were. Of course, knocked out of the Champions League. Took a big hit on my ego a little bit, yeah, I won't lie. But it hasn't derailed everything just yet. Yeah, it's been a rough ride. Let's take a look at the rough ride, of course, since we got knocked out of those two games in the Champions League. We did have a draw against Brentford, which I thought might turn the tides a little bit in terms of the Premier League. A draw was not great. We then beat Leicester 3-1. Fantastic little result. Beating Chelsea in the quarterfinals was a huge result for us. Unfortunately, Lamine Yamal did get injured, and we haven't had him for quite some games at the moment. We then beat Everton 2-1. A little bit of a cagey match, but we did manage to pick up a victory. Chingozi picked up an injury in that one. And then most recently, thumping Bournemouth 5-0. Sam Hunt finally getting back on the score sheet. He's been in a bit of a drought since that Porto game. Struggling to find his form, but he has found it. And he has, in fact, scored 2 goals, which is great. Today we got 2 games where we got Chelsea and West Ham semi-final FA Cup match. 2 big games for us. Chelsea one is one of our games in hand. The other being West Ham a little bit later on, which probably won't show. But anyway, Chelsea is the big game today. It is in the Premier League. It is one of our games in hand. And I can show you the Premier League table. We just go to stages. You can have a look, see here. We are now 7 points behind Manchester City in first place with 2 games in hand, meaning if we win our 2 games, we do go just 1 point behind them, with Man City still left to play. It's a big one. It's a big one. It's in our hands right now to get into that top 4. We're 2 points behind Chelsea and Brighton. A win here will take us above Chelsea and put us in 3rd place. That is the implications that we have currently. Of course, like I said, our other game in hand is against West Ham. It's a must-win for us. It really is a must-win for us. I can't explain to you guys how important this match is. In the interim, though, we have made one provisional signing. Hopefully he gets a work permit. Fazil Al-Kaib, Saudi Arabia, 17-year-old, on the Wonder Kid list. We'll talk about the Wonder Kid list in a second, but this guy looks like he could be a very good left winger if developed properly. We are looking at signing. He's a free transfer. It's going to cost us 3 million in compensation. My only issue with him is his consistency. That's just there that we're going to do, but we can sort that out. I mean, I feel like he could be a very good player, so if we develop him properly, we could happen. And then talking about the Wonder List kids, let's have a look at that. Apparently, I can't show you that because it doesn't come up on my newsfeed anymore. I'll try to search it. But anyway, we have 5 players in the Wonder Kid list. 3 of them are currently at the club in terms of Wonder Kids. First one and number 1 on that list is Christian Loa. He is rated as the #1 wonder kid in all of the world. Fantastic player. We picked him up last season, or this season actually, for £8 million, being a revelation for us in terms of wonder kids. Absolutely fantastic. The second player we had on that list who was considered a wonder kid currently plays in our under 21s. Maybe a sign that I should actually be playing him a little bit more. I feel like maybe, I don't know. I just realized he's not actually at the club. I thought he was, but he's not. Is Al Brighton here. I thought he was still playing at the club. He's actually on loan at Coventry. He's actually fantastic as well. So he was number 3 on that list. And then a little bit further down the list, we have Jose Antonio Gutierrez. He was on that list in the 30s. And then Zhao Xiaobin was also in the 30s. That's our 4th player in the top 5 or top 50 kids of all time in that sense. And then the last one, which was a little bit of a shocker to me, but he is on that list, is Kai Hoover here for playing on loan at Augsburg. He's apparently in the top 20, so I don't really see it, but he is there. Only played two games for the Bundesliga team in Augsburg, scored a goal, so I don't know if he's going to develop as well, but he is on that list, so a lot of wonder kids going around. And speaking of wonder kids, we have had the youth intakes. You can have a look at this. This is all the youth players that are currently in the squad. There's a few that I have made offers for that they've actually rejected, and I've never known they can reject it. In fact, no, these are the ones that I didn't make offers for. No, I did make an offer for Ty. I'll find out why it didn't go through. It was an average intake, it was, but there was one man in particular that I really liked, and that's Sam Bellarabi here. 16 years of old, left back rather. Looks like he could be an absolute fantastic player for us in the future. And then another one, Ashley Dean. Not as great, but could develop into something fantastic. Ty Nadson was the other standout at right back. Looked like he could be a very good prospect. And then I got to talk about the 2 South Africans because they actually look very good. Thabo Sithole could be potentially a good player, 15 years of age, and Jeffrey Ndluli as a striker, I feel like he can develop quite well. And then lastly, Raul Hidalgo. I like this guy. There's something about his attributes as a Mazala. He looks like he could actually become something very good. Injury prone and consistency is a bit of an issue, but I feel like he could be potentially a good player. The rest of the squad, not so great. With that being said, we've offered some contracts for these guys. That'll happen over the next few days or so. But right now, we've got Chelsea. We've taken on Chelsea in the Premier League. This is one of our games in hand. It's a game that we need to desperately win. This is the team that is starting. Fisher in goals, Eloquim, Beedling, and Yaya and Larkin coming back. Coming back, Beedling had a little bit of a rest. Revitalized going at it. Pereira and Dixon in the midfield. Amuda, Vida, Hunt, and Barroso starting up front. Lamine Yamal is fit, but not 100% fit. He will feature on the bench for Graticos, who, in fairness, hasn't really performed as well as I hope. The same can be said for Sacco. We are using him as a striker. He is a better midfielder, but we had a bit of injury striking, so probably come back into that midfield next season. I feel like there is 1 or 2 players that could be leaving next season just to help the financial situation of the club a little bit. So it is something we're going to keep an eye on next season. With that being said, this is the team that's taking on Chelsea. Let's go to Stamford Bridge and hopefully come back with a victory and put us right into title contention. Game is underway. It is all to play for here at Stamford Bridge. A victory is a must. A draw is not going to be good enough for us. We need to win this game. It does put us... Chelsea, I thought, had a game in hand. They don't. So this is actually an extra game for Chelsea. So it's a huge, as they say, 6-pointer for us, because victory here would put us well above Chelsea with 2 games in hand over them. So this is really one of those that we need to pull out a good victory. Moura, though, with Chelsea now has the ball. Masoudi going all the way back to Restus, probably one of the best goalkeepers in FM Manager in this universe. He is a fantastic goalkeeper, going to be difficult to break down. We did beat them in the FA Cup 2-0, and they were playing a very similar squad in that game. They're going for the long pro. Nicoletti comes down. Luis Alberto Vasquez. Not the best start. Not the best start there. Our aerial, I don't get it. Yaya and Beedling are both very good in the air. And they just can't seem to get those crosses in. That's how many times they've scored goals like that against us. Vasquez, with an injury, smashes it off the upright and into the back of the net. Not a good start. Not a good start at all. And there's a corner now for Chelsea. Goes to the back post. Yaya misses the header completely. So does Byron, but he gets the ball back. Going to try and bring it back in, recycle the ball in a little bit for Chelsea. Gunnar Duath, we all know about him if you've watched my previous videos. The Monaco Youth Challenge, of course, had him for a long time. I think I had him for Porto as well, didn't I? Let's go check that. I think I had him for Porto team. Dixon. Coming through now. Dixon finds Vida. Vida trying to cut inside. Finds Elaquim. Back into the box. Hunt pulls it back for Amuda. Is that offside? I didn't see the flag raise. I think that might be offside. I think Hunt was in offside position. Is it going to count? Yes, it's going to count. Get in. 1-1. The lead didn't last long. Elaquim, I thought Hunt might. He was onside. He was onside. Good finish. Solid finish from Amuda. Can't ask for much more than that. Brilliant little finish. Didn't even get the lines. That's how offside he wasn't. Duath goes now to Sutton. Sutton, who was dropped from the England. What happened there? Like, Fisher? Were you diving into your goals? That was weird. Larkin looking for Barroso. Finds Barroso in a good position. Hunt was pulled down. That's a penalty. 100% a penalty. Hunt was definitely pulled down in the box there. That should be a penalty and a red card even. I think just give him a red card. He was in a goal-scoring opportunity. No red card. Masaudi gets a yellow instead. Pereira will step up. He has been our penalty kick taker for the season. This time, it's not a good one. It's only his second miss. And ironically, both misses have come through videos on YouTube. That is unfair. Like, he's been such a good penalty kick taker, but when the cameras are on him, he seems to falter a little bit. That's a good ball from Yaya to Hunt. Cuts inside. Barroso is there. That's 2-1. We're back in it. Let's go. Barroso with his 10th of the season. He's had a little bit of a revelation since the beginning of March. Yaya over the top. Beautifully done from Hunt to control this and pick up Barroso in a beautiful tap-in position. You love to see that. You absolutely love to see Barroso putting in a goal. At one stage, looking at it, possibly selling him, but he has really stepped up his game. Amuda now looking for the near post. Pereira has opportunity to shoot. Hits the bar. That could have easily been 3, but he's got it not over yet. Elaquim trying to cut it back inside. This time the Chelsea defense gets there. Nicoletti, who did the initial block, is now taking away for the counter-attack. Doesn't have many people up front. Vasquez loses out, and that will be the end of that. It's sad to see that they're giving me the latest scores in the Champions League on my homepage. This is not ideal. It does mean, though, as it stands, 2-1, we go into 3rd place at the moment. Now Chelsea have another opportunity with Nicoletti. Loran, who's very, very good in the air, but he crosses it this time. Fisher picks up the ball easily. Is he going to go short? I think he's going to go long. He is going to go long, and he's going to look for Vida on the wing. Can't find Vida. Vasquez gets it back. Nicoletti, I think, was offside. Yep. Oh, I saw the linesman lift his flag. Felt like he was a yard or 2 offside there. I'm not worried about that. I think that is definitely offside. He looked quite far offside, actually, if we look at the lines. You can see here, he took his run way too early. Yeah, in fact, they had 2 players offside there. Loran and Nicoletti, both offside. Fisher, not. I think he knew it. I think he knew. He didn't look like he overcommitted to that too much. It is going to be at the halftime break. 2-1. Oh, wait. Corner, Elaquim, who scored 11 goals from the corner. Now it's his 12th goal of the season from corners. Elaquim taking us into a 2-0 lead comfortably, a 2-goal lead comfortably into halftime. Elaquim with yet another header. 12 headers this season, Elaquim. He has been brilliant in the air. And when we had that period where he was out injured for a while, we did suffer a little bit in the corners. He's come back clutch. Happy with the shots. Keep it going. Not going to make any swaps. They've made some swaps. Sutton and Nicoletti both coming off. That is interesting. Hernandez and Montgomery coming on for them. I really thought they'll take off Vasquez. He's playing with an injury. They obviously don't think the injury is bad enough affecting his game. Gruner Diath finds Hernandez. Vasquez gives it away. Amuda looking for Hunt. Can't find Hunt. Musaudi is on a yellow intercept. And again, Vasquez gives it away. It's the second time he's given it away. Dixon trying to just recoup a little bit. Beedling is having a solid game at the moment. Eliquim, Amuda. Hunt back to Amuda. Beautifully done. Amuda's got some pace on him. Goes to the byline, crosses into Hunt. He puts it just wide there. That was close. That was very close from Amuda and Hunt. Going to make some swaps. Amuda is looking a little bit tired out there. Of course, he has played a lot of football. Whereas I'm going to take him off. I know he scored a goal, but Aloha is coming on, the best young player of the season so far. Dixon also not having the best of the game. Mooney can come on for him. Player on that left-hand side. As you know what? Actually, this is the type of game that Sacco can start getting more into that Mazzala role that we want him to play in. Would do that. Elsewhere, Figueira not looking happy, but Vida looking not great. I'm going to bring on Skov, who's come up every now and then as a sub and really become clutch for us as we moved on. I should hit spacebar to continue there. Just realized, Mike, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. The clock's not even moving. Vasquez with the corner deep into the box. Duath's header well over. Lower with the free kick. Goes deep looking for Hunt. Can't find Hunt. Finds Byron's there. Duath now can bring it out for Chelsea. They're pushing forward. Griffith looking for options. Sacco is there. Beautifully done. Lower now has a lot more pace than Amuda actually. And you know what? He's not that far off Amuda's skills, but that was a bad mistake from Pereira there. Hernandez is now through. Griffith is offside there. But the shot was saved fantastically from Fisher. Either way, it's not going to count. Going to make two more swaps here. I think Ferreira has run his race. He is looking super tired out there. We'll bring on Mooney. Elsewhere, Larkin looking super tired. Gary Porritt, who's been absolutely fantastic when called upon on that left-hand side, has played very, very well. Quite impressed with Porritt. I'm surprised he wasn't named in the top 50 young players. He's been very, very, very good. Has really stepped up when we've called him. This game looks like it's done and dusted. We've beaten Chelsea. Oh, not yet, but we still have 3 minutes to go. Counting down that clock. There's going to be one last chance for Chelsea to pull one back. Maybe for pride than anything else. Loran goes across to Montgomery. Takes the long range F and a great save from Fisher. Alves back into the box. This time a player goes down. They're going to continue with playing Montgomery with the shot. Fisher saves that. And that should be the end of that, right? Right, FM manager, right, Fisher, get rid of it. There we go. Goes long to Montgomery. And they're back in it now. A mistake from Yaya puts Hernandez in attack. And again, Fisher gets another good save to it. He has been absolutely brilliant in the second half of the season. One or two bad mistakes, but he's not that bad. And there's another great save from Fisher. Chelsea are piling on all the pressure now with all these corners, trying to get that goal deficit at least down to one, help their goal difference a little bit. It's not going to help because Hunt is now on the break. He's got Skove, and that's going to be the end of the game. We've won. We got up to third place with one game in hand, I guess, over the rest of the Premier League. 4 points behind Man City, 2 points behind Man United in third, 1 point clear of Brighton in fourth, and Chelsea 1 point clear. We do have 2 games in hand over Chelsea, 1 game in hand over Manchester United and Manchester City. It's in our hands, guys. It is in our hands. And now we got to switch attention to, you know what, you can get a good performance there, Sam Hunt. You did very, very well. We switch our attention to the FA Cup. It's coming up in just 4 days' time, or 5 days' time rather. Big game. Brighton right after that is another big game that we need to play. And you know what? I know I said 2 games. We're going to go for 3. We're going to do the Brighton game as well. It's a huge, huge game. We'll come back for the West Ham game first. Welcome back, folks. FA Cup action. We're at Wembley for this one. FA Cup semi-final taking on West Ham United. West Ham have been a little bit of a thorn in our team as of late. This is the team that is starting. Eliquim beating Yaya Larkin. Basically unchanged squad except for Lamine Yamal coming back into the squad ahead of Barroso. Barroso has been on exceptional form, but Lamine Yamal, best player in the world, you can't not start him. 29 years of age, is signing a new contract with us at the end of the season. He is going to be our highest paid player coming end of the season. We've given him a new one. It's going to be a lot of money. Amuda is another one that's getting a contract at the end of the season as well. These two are really, really going to up the ante a little bit in terms of expenditure. But with that being said, FA Cup action, taking on West Ham. Big, big game here at Wembley. This is the game that can pretty much save my season, I think. I think if we can win a trophy, it can be exactly what we need to do. Carry on from the last performance. We did well against Chelsea. We need to keep that momentum going forward. We're taking on a little bit of a rotated West Ham squad. Hey, I didn't see any Laycock in that team. Interesting. Hawkins is there, though. He's a decent centre-back, plays for England. And as the game starts off, it seems like a bit of a rotated West Ham squad. Not going to underestimate them at all, though. It is still a good West Ham squad. They are fighting for those European positions. They are already in Europe, and that was a mistake. Devisic, who was a wonder kid that I was looking at once upon a time, just scored a goal against us. Yeah, this was poor from Larkin. I think him and Yaya just went on, and Yaya just gave up the run. That was 6 minutes in, and West Ham have a goal. Just to show you, Devisic was a kid I was looking at, 20 years old. I think he, when I was going to sign him around, I think it was 2035, when he was 18. He looked like a really good form. He then just signed a new contract with Sparta Praha, and then West Ham bought him for 10 million this season. Hasn't played much, but he's a very, very good striker indeed. We need to bounce back, though. We need a FA Cup final at least in this season. Just something, just some sort of... We've been runner-up in 2 trophies in the Community Shield and the League Cup. We had a terrible Champions League campaign. We need a good cup run just to salvage what could potentially be a terrible season for us. Of course, we are still in the running for the title. That's not taken that out of place, but it's not a guarantee, where FA Cup final could be a guarantee that we do well. And 2-0 down in 19 minutes. We need to do better. We need to absolutely do better and encourage the team just to shape up a little bit. Another mistake. This time Dixon got caught in possession there. Flynn, beautiful little pass to Luis Roberto. One-time pass. Not a good play from Eloquim. Cut him down, left him open. Yaya and Beedling not on the same page. Covering for that right-hand side. Beedling more at fault than Yaya for that goal. But so far, both our centre-backs have been responsible for the 2 goals West Ham have scored, and they've been running riot on us as well. Amuda, though, picks up the ball deep in their half. Ferreira looking for options, trying to find Amuda and couldn't find him. Beedling, though. Eloquim, back to Beedling. Looking for options, getting closed down heavily. Yaya has some space now to play the ball out. Taking his time and letting him close the gap. Hunt lurking at the back post. Amuda launches back in. Lamine Yamal with the header, hits the crossbar. That could have been the goal. That could have actually been the goal that we needed. We didn't get the goal that we needed. That is poor. That is absolutely poor. We've been absolutely shocking this half, not getting anything going against this West Ham team. I'm going to make some swaps. Yeah, the wing play is not really playing in our... We're going to go just fairly wide. We're not going to go too wide. We're going to keep with the overlaps. Still going to play a little bit wider than we normally play. Who's playing? Dixon's playing so bad. 6.4. Larkin is 6.3. I'm going to give them a little bit more time. I'm going to shout at the players, sort themselves up. Those are 2 guys that can change a game on a dime. And that's what we need. Eloquim now just gives it straight down the throat of West Ham. But they're giving it back. Vida has some space. Lamine puts it into Hunt. Back to Lamine. Amuda's got some space on the wing. Going to go out alone. Amuda hits the crossbar. Ricochets to Vida. We've pulled one back very early in this second half. The comeback is on. That's what we wanted. Vida was one of those that I was thinking maybe time to take off. Dixon, Larkin, and Vida haven't been playing well, but a good chance here. Vida in the right place at the right time scores the goal. can set the motions back into play, can hopefully be good enough for us to have that comeback. And maybe this is the opportunity now with Amuda with the long throw. Beedling to Vida. Takes the long shot, hits the crossbar again. Third time we've hit the crossbar. Fourth time, technically, because Amuda hit the bar as well. But that was a goal. That is shocking. The amount of times we've hit the woodwork. Ilequim gets tackled easily off the ball. Luis Roberto. Ilequim, though, what a fighter. Fought for that ball back, and he's now put Amuda in a good position. His first touch was poor from him. O'Sullivan gives it away. Hunt with the shot. Good save. Good save. That should have been 2-2. Lamina with the corner, looking for Ilequim, and he's headed just wide. Has scored a couple of goals from the header. Of course, we saw him in the last game. Scored a great header. Now, West Ham pushing forward. They lose out. Ilequim back to Fisher. Yaya. Going wide to Larkin. Vida. Back to Larkin. Playing through the middle now. Larkin, beautifully done. Finds Dixon. Vida. Goes all the way back to Yaya. Playing it around. This is nice football. It's not very pushing forward, but that's a good ball through. Lamine Yamal shoots wide. I think it's time to make some swaps. Lamine not having the best of games. Barroso coming on there. Definitely Dixon still hasn't improved. Sacco can come on there. Elsewhere, Ferreira looking super tight. Amuda not looking good. You know what? Aloha, come on there. Let's get some pace on those wings a little bit. Aloha and Sacco and Barroso all coming in. Fresh legs in the final third is what we need. Just a little break of some sort. Anything happening? Nothing happening for a few minutes now. Ferreira needs to come off. He's not playing great. Bring on Mooney for him. Elsewhere, I don't even know what else to do now. I just... Yeah, you're not playing great. Larkin not playing. Porritt, come on for Larkin. That's our last sub. Let's see what we can do here. You know what? We've got to go for it. I'm going to change the play a little bit. Alua can come in as a third striker. Alua as a third striker. There we go. Vida coming down the middle. We're going to go very narrow. We're going to focus the play through the middle. And don't look for those overlaps. Look for the underlaps instead. Let's cut through that middle. Let's just go straight and a little bit more direct. And then from our defense in transition, we're going to focus them through the distribute to the playmaker. You know, over the top. Let's get those three strikers in there. Vida, not a natural attacking midfielder, but better midfielder than Aloha. Aloha can play as a complete forward on support just to help out there. We need to do something. You know what? Actually, Aloha can play on the left. Barroso in the center. We have to do something. There is going to be a corner for West Ham, though. That's not going to happen. Got 7 minutes to try and turn the tide. Ilequim with the header at the near post. Doesn't hit the target again. 6 minutes left to change the tide. You can see we've been all over them in the second half. We're trying to push something. 8 minutes of extra time is coming and going. There's one last highlight. West Ham with the free kick. Down deep to Ilequim. Goes back to Fisher. He's going to play it out from the back. Goes over the top, looking for Hunt. Finds Hunt beautifully. Mooney back over to Hunt. This is good play. More direct is what we wanted. Aloha finds Mooney. And just wide of the mark. Corner for West Ham. Fisher saves as well. Is there going to be a counter-attack? Is this our last gasp effort? Fisher going as long as possible. Vida picks up Barroso. He's got Mooney one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Francis Mooney. Great save. Last chance. The corner will be taken by Aloha. It's going to go short. Back in. Vida with the chance, and that was wasted. Our FA Cup dream is over. 21 shots, guys. 21 shots. I'm not happy. Out of the FA Cup. I don't know how we lost that game. That second half, we just couldn't hit the target. We've got Brighton in 4 days. Huge concern for us with Hunt and Larkin looking a little tired. They can rest when we're out of the title race. We've got Brighton in a few days. We need to rest up the players. I'll see you guys then. Ladies and gents, we're back for the Brighton game. Final game of the video. Make or break for us in the Premier League as well. Brighton 1 point behind us in the league. A win here. Sorry. A win here will put us right into contention with Man City. Hoping Newcastle can pick up a victory here today. If they can, they will do us a huge favor in how the league will end. But we need to beat Brighton. That is the be-all, end-all. That is what we need. That is what we're aiming for. This is the team. Same team that started against West Ham. I'm staying strength in them. We can do this. We are live at the American Express Stadium in Brighton. We are taking on Brighton in what could be a huge game for us. Like I said, we need to win to stay clear in third place, and that's not how we're going to do it with Hector Rivas scoring. Is he offside, though? I don't think he was. I think it's going to count. Linesman didn't raise his flag. The players are celebrating. It's a goal. Yeah. Nah, he was well onside with his afro. Good finish. Poor defending on our side. And like I said, we need to win this to try and stay in that top 4 position, because a loss here doesn't only mean we drop to 4th. It also means the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea can catch up in 5th and 6th respectively. And we need to finish top 4. We need to be in the Champions League next season. Otherwise, I think it's done. I don't think we will have another opportunity to win that Champions League. Rakic comes in there. Milan Rakic scores 2. We've been here, Dan. We've been here before, haven't we? We've been here before. Shades of West Ham coming through. This is pain. There's a kickoff highlight, though. Maybe some hope. Vida. Maybe the words of encouragement had helped the squad. Hunt is through on goal. Hunt takes the shot. Well, words of encouragement work sometimes. Look at that. What a reply. 30 seconds, basically, is what it took for us to reply to that goal. A good little dink from Ferreira. Hunt let it run through. Arts had 0 opportunities to try and close that. Hunt was through. And if Hunt wanted to cross it, he could have passed to Lamine Limau. There was a shade of offside, but he is clearly onside there. The line's a little bit weary. I think he was about a yard inside the box there, so he was pretty good. We still need another goal to equalize, another goal to win. We need 2 of those. We need to find them from somewhere, I guess, and maybe this is the opportunity with Dixon. Finding Vida on the wing. Vida cuts inside, beautifully takes a little chance, and Arts brings it down. Easy save in the end. But that's more. It's positive. It's positive. We just need to defend better now with Rakic. Cuts inside, shoots, and absolutely pummels it into the back of the net. Fisher had no chance there. He's celebrating in front of the Liverpool fans as well. Oh, that took the wind out of our sails, didn't it? That hurt. That finish. I mean, do I blame anyone? Can I blame anyone? That was just hurtful. That was very hurtful. And I don't even have anyone to blame for that. That was just good. Let's go to the second half. I'm not going to make any swaps. Just shout at the players. Is it panic stations yet? Do we panic? Like, what do we even do yet? What do we even do? Do we just brush ourselves off and regroup for next season? What do we, I don't even know. I thought I had a very good team and they're just falling apart at the last hurdle come this season. Making some swaps now. Sandraman come on. Lamau come off. Barroso come on. Elsewhere, Dixon not playing great. Mooney can come on there. Saka, I've seen enough of him. Hasn't done much. Larkin looking so bad as well. Porritt come in there. 4 subs. Got to try something. Absolutely anything at this point. It's just been the racket show, hasn't it? Just absolutely destroyed us. And it's hasn't been good. I can't say that we've been like the West Ham game where we were the better team. We haven't. This has just been absolutely devastating for us. Amuda, give us a glimmer of hope. He does with Barroso faking with the right foot, hits with the left foot. Maybe a smidge offside. Barroso doesn't think so. He's taking the ball straight back to the center circle. It is going to be given. I wasn't sure about that one. I really wasn't sure about that one. I'm not sure what he did here with his feet, though, because it looked like he was going to tap it in with his right and then just switched up and then hit it with the left instead. Confused everyone, including myself and the goalkeeper. It is going to count. It is 3-2. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, a draw probably won't be the end of the world. Man City is winning now, so ideally we need a victory as well to keep up the pressure with them. We still have to play them in the league. I kind of want to be closer than 7 points with a game in hand. Morton now with the corner for Brighton. Taking his time, goes deep. Cleared from the near post. Giuliano, though, has opportunity, and Fisher gets a good save to that. Thought it hit the side netting, but it didn't. Do we throw caution to the wind and just go for the 3-striker? It didn't produce a goal last game, and I don't know if there's enough time to do that. I think we just stick to our guns in this one, and hopefully we can get a good breakaway right now with Ferreira pushing forward. He's got Vida ahead of him. He pulls back to Porritt, and that will be the end of that. One last highlight of either going to be jubilation or misery, and it's looking like it's going to be a little bit of misery with Ivan going back to Ruben. Scott picks up Larson. Ivan playing a little bit dangerous at the back. Ferreira's pickpocketed them. Vida can't get the extra touch in there, and Ivan will clear up. Barroso lurking. Trying to put on as much pressure as we can on the Brighton team. They've somehow broken through, but Porritt wins it back. Mooney pushing forward now. Vida. It's been a very roller coaster highlight, hasn't it? Giuliano's now through on goal. 1-on-1 with the keeper. And Fisher gets a hand to that. Oh, don't know what to do with this team. Absolutely don't know what to do with this team. It has been absolutely devastating to watch. Fisher will pluck that out of the air. We are going to drop down to 4th. Does give Chelsea an opportunity to try and catch us. Our title hopes are gone, guys. I don't see us turning this around. I think this is going to be the end of the season. I'll still come back for that Man City game, if you know, but yeah, only a game in hand over Man City. They beat Newcastle. It means we're 7 points behind them now. Win our game in hand, we go 4 points. Is it possible? I don't know. We'll come back for those last games of the season. I might skip that Arsenal game and just go Man City, West Ham, Sunderland, final 3 games of the season. Do that for the next video. We've got 2 games till that, so anything can happen, I guess. Anything can happen. We'll see you guys then. Heartache. Absolute heartache. That's the only thing I can think of that out of the FA Cup to West Ham again. At least some bright news to end off the season. We still have that slim hope of chance of winning the Premier League. Hopefully we can do it. You guys need to stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Make sure you hit subscribe, get notified so you stay in tune for that. For now though, your boy the Vaslap is out of here. Peace. Chicken greets.